So how does this all affect me? Like, how do I deal with all of this? To be honest with you guys, it was really hard on me mentally to be my dad's support system when he was struggling so much mentally, because almost every time I saw him, we were fighting it. Dad would have these intrusive thoughts during the day, and I would be texting him, trying to help him out of it. He would call me anytime he was upset, and I would help him out then too. And it was very demanding. It was a lot on me. And it would affect my relationship with my boyfriend, because I was less emotionally available for him because I had been just exhausted emotionally trying to convince somebody that he does have control over his thoughts, trying to convince somebody that he's okay and that these things that he's worrying about are illogical, and that's not the issue. The issue is that you have natural nerves. And I always let him know, it's okay, you have natural nerves, these come naturally to you, and even if they come on, even if you start having these thoughts and they happen naturally, it's now up to you to fight. So I was there at those moments trying to help him fight those thoughts, and it was a lot on me. So now it's a little bit different because I get upset for different reasons. Now I get upset because I see how much his body is affected by these medications, and I see how little he is able to do physically. And that is what's really upsetting me lately, because I don't want to see the day where something goes wrong with him physically. And that's just something that when I'm with him now and I see how much physical help he needs, how much he's not able to do, I can't help but feel sad anytime I'm with him now, because I just don't want him to be feeling this way. It's really hard, to see my dad struggle so much physically, and to be honest with you, I would much rather help him mentally than help him physically, because I know I can do something. I know that he's okay in general. I know that there's something I can do to help with the mental, but when it comes to him physically struggling, there's not anything I can do, and I'm just afraid that he's just going to keep declining, keep going downhill, and I'm afraid that one day he's going to end up in the hospital for something physically wrong with him, and I can't help but be sad. I soak it all in. I love our time together, but I really can't help but to be sad seeing him not able to do things that he was just able to do a year and a half ago. He was a completely different person physically. And yes, mentally he was different too, but it's really hard for me. I'm really glad that he doesn't struggle mentally like he did for so long. I'm really glad that this medicine is helping him in that way, but to me it's not worth it. And there's really nothing I can do to help him physically. To be in the position of a loved one who's mentally ill, it's just, I feel like I can't win, because either his thoughts are his enemy or the meds are deteriorating his body, and that can't be helped either. I feel like it's a lose-lose. I feel like no matter what, in some way his body or his mind is going to struggle, and there's nothing I can do but sit back, support as much as I can, and love him so much. I am extremely lucky to have my boyfriend Peter. He is so helpful, so supportive of me, and he knows that my dad really, really affects me, and I don't ever let it show to my dad how much I struggle with what he goes through, because he goes through enough. He has his own issues, and it's not his fault, but I kind of get left on the sidelines when it comes to stuff like that. If I am upset and I do talk to my dad about it, he will be loving and supportive towards me and do anything he can to help me. He'll try to cheer me up. He's amazing like that, but I try not to, because he goes through enough, and I rely a lot on my boyfriend to help me with that kind of stuff, and he's incredible. He's amazing. I couldn't ask for a better person to spend my life with. And I just want to say, anybody out there watching this video, if you have a loved one that's struggling and you feel like you're failing, or you feel like you're not doing enough, it's not true. as long as you're doing all you can, as long as you're showing them your love and your support, that is enough. And you are making a huge difference in their lives. You really are. I know he appreciates having me in his life. I know he appreciates all that I do for him. And I don't need anything in return, just his love. And please don't ever think you're failing if you can't make them feel better or if you can't fix them, because you being in their life is all you can do and all they need. And just please do not give up on them. They need you so much and you need them.